Okay, no connect.
Surrender as long as I can remember. I've been a hustler, hustling. Victory, victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember. I've been a hustler, hustling. Victory, victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember. I've been a hustler, hustling. Victory, victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember. I've been a hustler, hustling. Victory, victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember. I've been a hustler, hustling. Victory, victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember. I've been a hustler, hustling. Victory, victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember.
We're good to go.
I've been a hustler, hustling. Victory, victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember. I've been a hustler, hustling. Victory, victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember. I've been a hustler, hustling. Victory, victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember. I've been a
Adofone etie for Mamo Aduma Makwa Baba Hope for Life Radio.
Cause I never
Yamia Aduma Tuesday Asako across between BM.
I've been a
Yakase Asida Enkwana Enka Otredian Ponyanko Ponti.
victory, that's my story.
Now saying nearby name and number evening near my cosway would dinner or chair. I just say I'm many wedding a year.
Hustler, hustling. Victory.
Say, I also didn't now say mano, a year and then right.
Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember.
And then and come on, I will hope.
Hustling.
I said, "Oh, Jom to Nini cannot say victory."
That's my story.
I know any story
I never
because on surrender, on give it up.
I can
No matter what happens, or back up so up in my pocket. I mean, him says, "Anna Yankupon, I am a name."
that's my story. Cause I never
Life matters. Jume dear so na yatina say Moson for Barimaba Kodua, and then many movie did Jume.
victory.
Yankupon in shall say a year. Every Tuesday evening, 7 to 8, unya time, and ye did you makama comment.
As long as I can remember.
Mo feedbacks are more comments, and then support our mother man so ye need edge home be brave.
That's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember.
And then edikaya unya kwenya ni did you maya. Over to me, I like your page and I was subscribing to your YouTube channel.
I never
To me, boy, it me the more content and bring more the other.
I've been a hustler, hustling.
Hope for Life Radio and the TV said the sky is the limit. There's a platform where you may come for a more because you may dear P in a coso.
Remember,
You may dear I bet my boy more call anymore ABRABO.
story.
A bahun whom sem a banya misema ubenyabi. About financial education and also benyabi.
As long as I can
ABRABO mun sema ye to adwin bedin koma ye ho adru so ubenyabi.
victory. That's my story.
Eti kanfo sa platform yi ma wadamfo unia odofo obia ugidi se onya content ebeboa no na ontimi entie bi ontimi enhwe bi so.
That's my story.
All the social media platform TikTok, X, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, nina obehu ye. O search Hope for Life Radio and the TV obehu ye live.
Victory. That's my story.
So why ti ma hwe ne live so na onya kwanya ehwe no later na no so ama ya te won kan comment section ho wo adwenkyere wo contribution wo question na misro na wa mama te won kan wase wo.
That's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember. I've been a hustler.
And then come on no efa die ntia yes sometimes and brano be taking risk than so be regret.
As long as I can.
And pempi and never be Timisi obu nkompon he wachi won say ade we pa de na wo sen kam ye bibi fa ho nanso bibi nti wanye na wonu ho saa na bisa say ade en ne timisisi so kwan ade na emma kwan me yentimi nye de pese ye eye suro ana eye de nkrofo be ka na eye de nkrofo be dwan fa ye ho e wo din a de be frɛ how we be embarrassed ana
victory. That's my
but so let victory be your portion.
surrender.
No matter what, there may be a nipa beka ho asem. It was better to do something or you say beboa amakoko with him. That's why it's important to take some risk. Obi you're so risk averse. Just on na dress up so try be because of the fear of failure.
Victory.
Because of the fear of failure, so ye be uncle when him that.
I never.
And then they did more regret about in the future. And here now you better dive deep. Now you hear the 10 reasons why risk is better than regret.
Cause I never.
And to me, so for you and on some friend in here. Now said every Tuesday evening, no, you found common so.
Victory. That's my story.
I just from Kokomo be out or top auto program each and every time. No, in your time, so here. Programs are hold a course a platform way so.
Victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender. As long as I can remember, I've been hustling. Victory.
I don't find it for yadi dumadi no so. Now answer na ebe rema share those 10 reasons na a bit my boy my no. You better can the meaning of risk. You cast risk as you say, and I cast a regret so as you say. Because so be a while because risk is better than regret. You be more 10 reasons in tea. Risk in the cry anything. Obi a bit take risk and risk in you die for specific people. Bra jumediana air no. Yede sa intremo no ebeba obetimi so afre e de wadwentre aba 703-565-2360 and also comment wadwentre or suggestion or questions obetimi amame ate wonka e wo comment section no ya be kan ni ama atie for ti di kan ahwe the meaning of risk. I would say risk there, depending on the context and now depending on the field that will be defining on a cut across so many areas or disciplines. But we be limiting no, you be generalizing it because all the various types of risk now opposite the BIA and also opposite take care and about with BIA no where they be cut across all angles. May the best see even our real risk home. For different forms of relationship. So no be cry yonko fem risk wom juma ye akwantu bibia ni what I say risk component and a risk element and come. And no ye ba behwe sa type of risk no. You can say risk here idea now I'm going to say the possibility for something unexpected or most of the time say the negative to happen. And it can involve loss, danger, uncertainty. But usually, may center on the uncertainty because outcome now or expected and yes certain. And because and yes certain, yeah now through so be two sa anamono. That is what risk is about. So one person be a share will be person in a settle, modding more or person who know. But you don't know the person until say when you know either aquacotinasi. And now person started business. Maybe our business now person starting and near maybe I would say unim the way beko. So with me I make you sales. With my market your product. Unim how our market be receive you. Obey so many search promotional sales by NMP, but there's still this element of risk. The buy investment part so risk womb, risk and returns principles here juma. And you can the higher the risk, the higher the returns. Nti you hear risk bad jumem bibia saving crowd vouch for bino. There's an element of risk. Say be crowd or reference will be for work. Say ni panic or performing, so on performing. There is risk with bibia yeah. But yeah, usually because the outcome is uncertain, yani is true. And we normally ask the question, what if? And what if no? Yeah, you share call the positive side. Mostly you share call the negative side. Till what if it doesn't work? What if I lose? So what if it falls? So what if it breaks? So what if he leaves me? What if what if never costs and on a cost play or what dream, what if you always want to play it safe. And your own career crown at say I call backfire. You prefer to just stay in your one corner or stay comfort zone. So you don't have to deal with any of these that I'm talking about. Ebasa also I said on baby. And in general terms, said you can say you're generally you're limiting it to a specific area and a specific space. No, it's about event to say maybe I'm perceiving two and more be what might happen and then a bit messy. No, it might not turn out well. That is what brings in the risk. And you're on the contractual side, even or more in cyber security for they have their risk because computer different sites. So Juma, there are a whole lot of things going on. Hackers they try some getting into different systems. There are people on the internet who try some access to your personal information. Data brokers or mobile tones our data not to advertise the Sajiska. So also near one microphone so or person access to or credit card information. No multimedia toniema a dupe. So all these come with some element of risk. And also they have a way of dealing with risk, how to prevent it, how to mitigate it. Because ultimately, zero. So we can say already NC. You have to know what level will you be able to tolerate. So the risk tolerance aspect, and so on. And the second component here, the likelihood, which is the probability. So the probability of that thing happening, the type of risk. Then be a calculated risk, and I say your uncalculated risk. The risk we will say, are they will it help? And I'm more me too is it going to turn out well or not? When that start happening, no one will say, with the red flags, the indicators are all red. Eba ya dada sitting opportunities be try but because we are scared, because of the fear of taking risk, risk aversity, we don't want to grab any of them. Or be over to say within him or her or talent. Once I did be but they don't even want to try because one they are shy, and apart from people's opinion and judgment, because of that, try say obey which is also a big problem. It could be public speaking. Obey through because on himself can obey and people are going to make fun of them. And can obey the better needing or can obey feeling embarrassed. And your emotions your ego and my try. So we would rather prefer to stay quiet or just hide in the name of protecting me peace for my peace of mind. We just remain in our comfort zone and nothing is going to happen. And another component of this risk is the impact. So what are the effects if it happens? So imagine investment now stock options and long term auto stock be now how it big grow trade short and now trading long. What will be the impact? What will be the outcome if that risk happens? Until Nona make about what risk the possibility of something which is an event, or it could be undesirable or unexpected, will happen, and usually expose you to it makes you uncomfortable. And like last time, yeah, discussing how to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because if you always want to feel comfortable, challenge you are. There's no way you are going to learn anything. There's no way you are going to try new stuff. And usually we learn when we are in trouble. We learn when we are challenged. We learn when we are exposed to the things we are scared of. But like I always say, do it scared. No, nobody will notice it. Usuru crowd, yeah. Obi nhusade a wo ye no disuru na ye. Na emom no wo ye with time no you be building confidence. And with that confidence, no, you just go ahead and explore and go with the purpose and achieve whatever dream you want to achieve. And there are so many types of risk. So they can kind of financial one. So because of the risk that comes with investment and other stuff, people don't even want to do anything because of the potential to lose money. And usuru swat, you will not do anything because your Ghana, you do usura wouldn't be by balloon hote na the obenya that's a kese ultimate utia obenya name be udia near the amount that even presented a form of risk, but we were still doing it. Though now is to and about operational risk, about systems, said the kind failure processes, procedure people, and all those risks are also there. And personal risk, and when you're limiting it to personal, I wouldn't want to talk about the compliance, the legal, the strategic, and the other forms. Personal risk here, physical harm, emotional distress, or personal consequence. The reason why I'm limiting it to physical one now to the personal risk, no. Usually that is what limits us because we are so scared to make a move. We are so scared of what people will say. We are so scared of how they will judge us. We are so scared about how they would think about us. And you don't have control over those things. So whether you are scared or not, people are going to think the way they want to think. People are going to feel the way they want to feel. No matter the obey, you can't change, you can't get into people's minds. You can't get into people's opinions and perspectives about you. Not everybody will love you, and not everybody will hate you. That is how the world is. But usually we want to please people. We want to play the cool, nice guy. We want to make everybody happy. But oh yes, you are sacrificing something, and that will be yourself. So don't be limited by those personal risks, physical. Imagine you want to train, or has a beginning, no, your muscles need to stretch, and that come with pain. Because of that, make effort to post over try and wait him be our first time oko ubano wa yemre wobubu ss won't go be that would not help. TMI and try see a how to control our emotions. That's why emotional intelligence is very important. Because Abasa, you will not really concern yourself with what everybody is going to say, do, react towards whatever you are doing. Obehun say a process. You are going through a process, you are learning. And as part of the learning, you make mistakes, you learn from those mistakes. And like a component of the risk kind, you just have to assess the impact. So if I make this mistake, what is the impact going to be? Is it something that is going to affect the whole family? Something that is going to affect my company? Is it something that is going to affect a generation? Then based on those assessments, you can decide what to do. And the amount risk be more person mobile venture crano. Ayana a be osro go what ifs never usually a negative. So those are the things we would like to talk about. And let's look at uncertainty, because you heard risk, an aspect of it is uncertainty. And uncertainty, so it's the unknown. because you don't know what is going to happen. And since you don't know what is going to happen, usually your mind will shift towards the negative to make us feel like, oh, we want to play it safe. But that is not what is going to help us. And like our topic said, we are going to look into 10 reasons why risk is better than regret. So we've talked about risk, we've defined what risk is about, the type of risk, the components, and what needs to be done if you want to consider something. Another thing I have so yeah, regret. What is regret? Because you can't regret regret. Say ube feel sad, like ube diyaw ube feeling disappointed, and now ube remorse over something that has happened or hasn't happened. There are two underlying things I will say the SC and the NC, especially if you believe a different action or decision might have led to a better outcome. So this is one part say, oh, aka obe usika kakra also di maybe. Now say, oh, person di kucha bet. Na bet abe now di akoguso. You took a risk, and risk now take you know. Yes, wakucha, but was it a calculated risk? No, a risk and returns, and the higher the risk, the higher the returns. And an uncle side, about one, you feel sad, you feel disappointed, and you feel remorse. So, yes, sad. Was I would have maintained my money. I would have kept my money. So that is one aspect of the regret. And there are core elements of regret as well, which include choice, because there are things you decide. And if you make the decision, sometimes it can cause you to regret or not. Unim now is an opportunity for you to learn. Unim say, okay, it comes with risk, but I'm ready for it. Wherever it goes, whether negative, positive, I'm ready for it. Yeah, yes, you feel disappointed, but that wouldn't be the end of the road. Life will continue, and you're going to get better. Another thing, yeah, the outcome. So the outcome was worse than expected or imagined. So I mean, the relationship, by example, why university only will be a share there's an aspect of risk involved. You never knew, but as time went by, you realize now this will not work for me because costing your pay, and so the outcome was not what good. And another thing, so yeah, reflection. Sometimes you look at certain things you've done, you look back and think, if I had known, then that is with life. The more I call with him, the more I'll say, maybe come anyway. And that is an element of regret. And the final part, which is the most important part, is the emotional part. You feel guilty, you feel frustrated. Because frustration and guilt are setting in. But regret has two major types, which is action regret and inaction regret. And they best center on inaction regret. So they are when you're regretting for not doing something. You know, you didn't know how it will go, but you wish you had really tried or done it. And on the investment, a better example. So when you say, oh, non come the misika share because Miss Rose me lose no, I'm a man. No say a call ye na say amount for we need invest more returns. You feel regretted. And there are so many other opportunities in your community. We are also better who take it class B, won't take it. But once you excel, then you start feeling like, oh no, I know I missed this opportunity. I also not committing me and because of my poor decision, and that is what you're going to regret. And another thing, over the action partners, so they are you did something, but and causing your pen be our way jumem. You can say be our take take the decision to quit at that time, but enema kosunti ujidi se mboa na akwete later na hu se na ho ni nema de ukom no na wo se nka utobo ni kwa se nka kwete right away, and no can put you in that particular state. So these are some of the things we'll be about regret. So we know what the oye any the one the SC ni the NCA, and they compare the two parts no. And usually there's a slight difference between guilt and regret. Regret is about poor decision or missed opportunity, but guilt is often about violating a moral or ethical standard. It's more about right or wrong. Until you can say, okay, me feeling guilty is different from my regret. So you feeling guilty there, I don't even say where you're right, where you're wrong. Now, okay, so that is something I'll not me person me home. Me ma tier for ne out of four ehu. Abroad my dear koso no, and my main te wonka our comment section ho. Nye me yenkwa ye no na edi dwuma no. Enti say bibi ewo kwa opese you can let us know in the comment section. Omoma join here and so Yakopon and Shamo say manya time any edi dwuma no. Enti afeni ye share the 10 reasons no. And the reason number 1 a bit me ama the biabe feel say taking a risk is better than regretting it. Say ubehu say u take a risk a building. Because a building or baby say how can risk build you? It leads you to growth. But or say or regret it stands the regret stands it. Regret na a maun ko wenim. It doesn't let you move forward. A maun progressive. But taking risk I stretch you. And if you're able to overcome that, it becomes an experience. And it's a beginning, even with fear. But unim say a turning out good, a chill muma, unsrobium. And the more you know, the less you fear. Siswampa say, unim how certain things work. It could be how to operate a particular device or how to do something. You just know what to do, and it becomes that easy. So, and the good part is, even if you fail, you learn and grow. So, we'll say you don't start from the scratch. You don't start from ground zero. This time around, you are starting from experience. Because you did it, it stretched you, it helped you to grow. And so say you know what to do and what not to do. So that gives you a learning experience and it helps you grow. And that's why it's good to take risk. But I'll say take calculated risk, because one big element is the outcome. If you know the outcome is totally uncertain, but try to spread the risk in order not to lose whatever you have. Your investment, so the financial experts in the back, don't put all your eggs in one basket. They also ultimately now who send you obey no, so the bear won't lose all your eggs. Do it. But regret will keep you stuck, wondering what if with no real progress. There be so what if? And because of that, you can't even make a decision. The beer usru, and because usru no, untimikra and decided say na me person me. And if you don't do that, how can you even know the purpose? How they living? And if you don't know why you are living, if you are so scared to take certain decisions to make a move, you'll be stuck. The only thing between one and the courage out there. You know, maybe you have it, you can do it better, or the resources, you have what it takes to do it. But you are scared because you don't want to take risk. Obi also will be a YouTube account several years, several months. But so start here creating content or start here making videos. Also, because ordinary camera in my on himself obey mistakes that not perform, and that is where the attention is. And it's strange say all those little negative stuff will keep dragging you, and that is what will bring in the regret. So the big reason is risk will help you grow, and it will lead you to proper growth. But regret will definitely leave you stuck and obeka what if cycle name. And then you always gravitate towards the negative aspect of the what ifs. And as a person, you will not get a chance to even try anything, which is not the best. So please take some form of risk because life presents itself about with so many risks, and you can never leave or you can never do away with all these risks that life presents to us. Who know maybe as challenges and see how you can overcome them instead of so way obstacle way away. Say then now a black sheriff we can say or your victory or a hustler. And a hustler, and no matter the obstacle, they keep pushing. Yes, they will fail. Yep, as part of the building process, no. Even Sabi Udia Diakra first, I was a pro and sana a fifi. So how you have to something has to break you to build you up. So please, if you want to grow, one big reason is that you need to take risk because regret will definitely keep you stuck. The second reason, bit me, why it's important for you to take risk in order not to regret is that you learn more from risk than playing it safe. Like I earlier said, risk teaches you valuable lessons. Sometimes, so the whole share situation being no matter how a beko, who say, oh, so okay, I've come to know this and that. Matimati we are see, Matima who send you we work. Had it not been this, I wouldn't have known. Obibe too quine. So imagine who too quine ko country a unim obia. Unim so. Unim obi okra sabi unim baby okosue. But look at what they do. They still push. Obi playing it safe. Any obetina na mantwe bi on make any attempt. And ebra all kon be messy. Now so still they get the courage to move on and still do it. Yeah, it surprises me. A beauty will be story. How I be crowd the two quine baby or coffee fire. I'm like, yeah, these people are really courageous because they went all out and they learned so many things from that. Then they only will be delay. Nothing really surprises them. And one valuable lesson, it teaches you about people, about timing, about judgment, and about yourself. Because on taking risk, sometimes you might even not know the potential you have. Be a nepebi womu, but when you're kwenyan showcase here, when you're kwenyan pon try, say, I know I can do this, I can try this. If I get the opportunity, also opportunity in presenting but usuru no kra makwan ma hunye. So that is one thing I had. But let's see what regret will do. It will just remind you that you didn't even try. Or try, yes, you get these lessons. And what will these lessons do? They will shape you, they will build you to become a better version of yourself. They will help you to be where you want to be in life. They will help you grow. They will help you do the things that will push you towards your purpose. Then say, oh, no what now, baby. And then yes, you are not answerable to be out to baby, you'll be only accountability be. But if you go the other side by taking risk, yep, you learn valuable lessons about people. Because even having the relationship with people helps you know so many things. We have certain type of friendships be my ultimate massive because you took some risk. I said, okay, let me try. This person is good. This person is that. But is it good? Is the timing okay? And how about myself? Am I learning? The risk I'm taking, aboa me, be a free man now. If the answers are yes, yep, and definitely it's going to be yes with risk, those lessons are going to be very valuable in your life. Mema regret and remind you say, but you didn't try. You didn't even try. Why yes, so yempona obi corrective. And one thing I've seen about life is the moment you want to try things, people will just link up, or people will align and they'll be ready to help. Naturally, things people are always willing and ready to help those who want to try. So people say, oh, boy, more than self so baby, but so take a risk. Usually, I'm entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs are one of the biggest risk takers in the world. Because who started business, you don't know how it's gonna go. And we are beginning, kakra kakra, ebedru baby, you have to employ people, work with them because business a big grow. And all these come with risk. Because usually companies fail during those first early stages. No, be our business severally. Not all of them will succeed. Be fail, but they don't give up. And now, Saba Konosu succeed here. That is what brings the breakthrough. Once a be quite be man, no what my day a And the second important reason, yes, it helps you risk, helps you learn, and it builds you up and gives you valuable lessons about yourself, about the people around you, about the timing, and about judgment. The third reason why you should take some risk in order not to regret is it builds your courage. And one good thing, no, so take risk, more confident. So it builds resilience and confidence. So I'm sure that is how mentoring is done on in coaching. So it could be church, it could be any organization. Obi who are potential, they pick them up, they give them opportunity. And sorry, ne person yetiti obi a yebetima ne na asha aseɛ ebia from a smaller group. Ebe man na ebe opening prayer. Ebe mo be mpae. Sa with time na osua na o grow spiritually na o yedin na o yenam. So with time, no one say Nankupon Eden Naduma Chedi no the more train yam yenim or open him up, no, then God will keep blessing him or her. Na and the probably every anymore pananyamedi no sound so na it's a career now person build it be already can be you can talk to the person. What they will do is they will start building you up. And whilst they are giving you work. Sometimes on the role be kakra, but you do your research, you prepare, then you get it done. And whilst you do to me a pet, then the confidence jumps from 1 to 2. You are no longer scared because you are always come prepared. And when you become so resilient, and that is what risk does. But usro because on himself make manoko form nicotiti. But every master was once a beginner. The woman who more revere so more can more go through any more experiences those almost survey, and then that is what is lacking. People don't want to serve. To be a person or no, he can't man. I just say a man a big platform. It doesn't work like that. You have to serve. You hear Bible ma so many examples. Some more. Nneɛma pii nti wontumi mpiti prɛko pɛ ɛnyɛ dɛ ɛnkonya bigger platform. So if you want to learn, you have to take risk, and the risk will help you to be more courageous. It will build your resilience and also build your confidence. But on the other side, do you know what regret will make you do? It will make you more hesitant over time, and it will erode your self-trust. Because on Until your mouth quenya, odi bibi you one. On accepting pon work as opposite will try. You would not do it. It is a jumemuna task beer. You always want to do the ones you are comfortable with. You don't want to take on more responsibilities, try new stuff, challenge yourself. It could be so many areas. The amount be now, oh yeah, but regret, yes. I bet more cash later on. I can say, I did with pan. I wasn't going to take that opportunity. And this goes to the younger people. So when you're quenya, say obi, a person or bow or titill or no go through certain things and build the world. Please, me fan say nipa no show so na nipa ne how. If they want to mentor you, they want to build your confidence. They want you to be courageous. They want you to be resilient. So omema onyema ebe push you kakra. And usually onyema bibi ma feel uncomfortable kakra bia. Most of the people will run away from it. And but with your hard drink too much. And then with your yes say na okono hade bia na say. But with time, we appreciate it. Cause hey, and you also say bia nkade we minimum you. And you also see na kyerɛ me me namfofoɔ yɛnkɔmɔ a yɛdi ni wei a ka wei koraa me nim na de ban ɛnyɛ wei na wei a. So it helps you to know nti sɛ obi aka sɛ ɔbɛ mentor, and a mentoring can come from different angles, and then you can mentor somebody from afar. Obi a ɔhwɛ ne books a watchro, ɔhwɛ ne videos, ne sermons, ɔhwɛ ne nneɛma a ɔyɛ a, you can learn from those things. And there are several books, so you don't need to know people. I don't need to know Daniel Goleman to learn about emotional intelligence, because of their good book mama. Sana different writers, and when he has me who say me who will be how to think and grow rich. I don't need to know the writer, the author. I can just read a book to get the knowledge. So if life presents you these great opportunities, please, because you never know how it's going to turn out. And later you will thank that mentor, that book, and yourself. I say, I'm happy I'm doing this. Because me and maybe I wouldn't even be able to get the knowledge, be more informed, be more confident. And the more you know, so look at how confident you are, look at the energy. Let's say assumptions that is where the problem is. Because assumption, there are so many things involved. And I think in here more. And you think, then you better think. You have to think, have empathy, look at the interpretation, the notice, and the kindness. Because if you are just assuming, you have to ask your question: is this assumption really true? It's different from facts. They fact are unim. And what do I actually know about this? And then I didn't be nim crass or no can once. Or can no say later I will find it. And they are not ashamed too. The strange thing, they are not really ashamed. So please, am I working with assumptions? Let's make time to study, to learn, to show ourselves approved. And the bloggers, social media, and everybody want to put things out there really quick without verifying or validating whatever information they are putting out there. But please, before you assume, use the think strategy. First is think. Osadia making a no cre. Adia making meaning the maker. And I'll have empathy. How might this the other person be feeling? Though people don't think about what people will feel. It means bo be able to maybe I better one so and so. Meanwhile, no cre. And I'm like, into try the way I nim say no cre, say no cre no. What dreams say nipa na me try fan no say no be feeling. And nowadays people don't care. And what could be going through that I don't see? Could be a nema now that the crowd will come once a month, you know. If I don't go through nema, you don't know, you don't see it. But people are so eager to come out and do that. And your interpretation is also important, because you have to ask, am I thinking about other people's meaning of their actions or what? Answer now be azumi bibi no. Ubisa say, they are nipa yi kan, and then they may dream. Say they may dreaming, they said the nipa no tias here no, ben, and now say bob bra. These are all things we need to consider. And could there be another way? That is the perspective. The BIA na ye lack, you know. Say him say 1 + 2 ye 3 no. Obviously, say 2 + 1 ye 3, and now 3 + 0 ye 3. We entiase because ye in 1 + 2 no. And that can always cannot always be the correct answer, or cannot be the only way. So let's also learn to understand people's perspective. And am I feeling right now? Sometimes my emotions are dragging too much. Data be a mentorship ne ade ehiano. Yes, you have to know if it's good, if you are not being clouded by your thoughts. Too much to the extent say bibia emfa. So that leads us to another point. You see, I can't the first three, no, yes, it helps you grow. One of the reasons, no. Two, it helps you learn than playing it safe. Learn about yourself, about people, and about timing, judgment, and other things. And it helps breed courage, risk, build your confidence, build more your resilience. The fourth point here, risk can lead to reward, because imagine you take a calculated risk. Look at the opportunity, the breakthroughs you can get. Imagine when you invest it, you started a business and it goes well. Look at the value, the success you are going to enjoy. You get your freedom, you make more money, you become wealthy, and through that, you are doing all this through solving a problem. And you say, oh yeah, just to make money, which is very, very important. But regret never offers anything new. It just replaces the past. The be more feel is I wish I started this business. Well, yes, you have the idea, but the most important thing is action. To want to take action, how are you going to get that reward? Yes, don't let us be so risk averse without even wanting to take any calculated risk. And that's how we get stuck and nothing is ever going to happen. And risk actually, when you take risk, you are in control. So I know, yes, I'm doing this. You are in the driver's seat. It's a business now around here. You know, yep, I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. And I say, Koba say, investment, and now you are putting your money in. Whatever you are in control during the times of the risk taking, you still have the option to either back out or change the decision while okay, because you are in charge, you are in control, you are in the driver's seat. But with regret, you are reacting to a missed opportunity, which is often forever. There are some opportunities that it never comes back, and it rather controls you. You feel so bad. Say, now that I'm on your way, I wish I had done this. I wish I've taken this. I wish I did this. And after no joining our High Hope for Life radio, the sky is the limit. I say the sky is the limit. Ahaya ABRABO NSEM, and then come on channel if I risk. And you heard the 10 reasons why risk is better than regret. They're defining what risk is, and the possibility of a negative outcome, and the regret part, and also how you are feeling sad, disappointed about something you did and something you didn't do.
Victory, that's my story.
A bit Mama Mate won't come our comment section.
Surrender as long as
a year minua chase 5. Me who say you are watching live, God richly bless you.
Victory.
Me say Bibia Koso Kama. A year upon Kia me I'll say the biggest risk in life is not taking a risk, which is very, very true. Say risk I would do a war we are senior. So one try near man tekibia, I don't think you're gonna go anywhere.
Surrender.
And that makes it the biggest risk. Upon Yankupon Shao for that contribution.
Victory! Victory!
Ericus, I see you watching. Thanks so much.
Surrender. Remember, I've been hustling.
Yeah, risk is very important. And what my brother Neka very, very true. The biggest risk in life is not taking a risk at all. Please try to take some risk. Only if you're near even 5 points or 5 reasons I am main. Now if I try so they may take it.
Victory! Victory! That's my story.
And just go and come Kwame Musa.
As long as I
Maybe I will be a Yankopon and Shao.
hustle.
And I do see Poku, who can so Yankopon and Shao.
That's my story.
Kobe one, Yankopon and Shao.
As long as I can remember, I've been hustling. Victory! Victory! That's my story.
So, hustler spirit, you don't give up.
Surrender.
You do not surrender. So, try Bibina and no nimbu. You regroup, you reconsider stuff and bounce back.
Cause I never surrender.
The other black hole can.
Remember.
So, no, on surrender that, on give up that. And there's definitely going to be victory.
Cause I never surrender. As long as I can remember, I've been hustling.
All right, inti year to Jumadiene so. Now, answer no, me the enchas from a comma, a year number 1 sponsor.
As long as I can remember, I've been hustling.
So, near the Jumai Acha, me gidi say, Cecia say, one your number 1 sponsor.
As long as
a back program be our person we are. Obapa Ventures now become for mom.
Victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender. As long as I
Obapa Ventures won near ma, ye did Juma Bia, a far warrior, a far a year bridal shower, baby shower, opeso ye, oh. Chesaminim Juma obedi Obapa Nyahoni mama.
Victory, victory, that's my story.
A back in tipa papa, openya be a mount. Open lazy so openya be a mount.
I've been hustling.
A barren near a banta dear, the papa that make you just an intadi. Authentic drinks, obenya be a mount. Yen your mom open wax, open sandals. And also obenya be a mount. Come.
Victory, victory.
Obet my friend, Barbara Educhum, the CEO, L571-278-8663.
Remember,
571-278-8663. Or ship it to all states. American Potemoha.
Never.
And the Yana saw a friend and watch any deal here. What do you say? Open so did you man crab it my contact, no bit my church or near my more dear did you man.
Story.
Wait me, I'm on Facebook or search your Bapa Ventures. Will be honing near money. Come. Instagram so Obapa for real. Will be honing.
That's my story.
TikTok so ne handle here. Obapa Mami Osua at Obapa Mami Osua Osechia and also Obehono.
Victory, victory, that's my story.
Obeti so sending an email barbara@aduchum@gmail.com.
I can remember.
Now, Miss what do you contact and in your business? Now, wow, what do you mean? What the maybe work as your palm bebre. About baby, I will be a yami insurance, so there be our sponsor program.
Victory.
Yeah, told you, my dear, so I hear Minia Chase 5. I'll say let's prioritize risk taking because it's a seed for any relevant life impact. I say that's very, very true. I'll say let's prioritize risk taking because it's a seed for any relevant life impact. Because say on prioritizing risk taking, now the be I'll be playing safe. The be I'll be near oh dear, am I feeling comfortable? Oh dear, the be near be cool. Person be a bema kakra unko wenimda. And the miniane cano.
That's my story.
And if you want to make an impact, yes, definitely you have to take some risk.
Can't remember. I've been now.
I'll say, God richly bless you.
Victory, victory. That's my story. Cause I never.
All right, you heard the other 5 reasons. No, not the Jumadino, Abari, Yamsa Breno, Echo Kakra. The 6th reason why risk is better than regret is that risk open doors, but regret they close doors. Because risk creates possibilities, relationships, and momentum. Whereas the opposite will take a risk. Be a body akwanya hodoba and the different relationships. You meet people. So the why is okay, make programs, make seminars, make church, make other social events. You get a chance to meet people. But they be sorry, yes, which man show them because I want the name of peace of mind, trouble, say. But when here it becomes only you. You not get any networks. You're not nobody will know you. And these 4 V's, no, Ebwa, be valuable, be vocal, be visible. So if you are valuable, if you are vocal, and you are hidden, when you're visible, how are you going to get opportunities? So risk will open doors for you. If you take the calculated a good risk, ɛbɛboa ma wahu nipa wode wo ho hyehyɛ nneɛma mu a ɛboa ma wo ho nkurɔfoɔ atumi abiebie kwan ne nneɛma ma wo. But regret will always close doors, and it will often a bit close the door as a result of the door you didn't walk through. Because when you be there, what never seen kawede, or try so bit ticky, now why you be, but dodgy because you wanted to play safe. So people be idea we be nyao as a maka. And I had the ancrophobe casa, or the opa ye, upa main ye, the ancrophobe can or mobeka, sabi ebedi watema, ebedi watem. And he also did to me try so be develop a top skin, or take certain risk. Because ultimately building home a drew and name or called drew Pempensubia. These same people will come to you, they will learn from you. I shall be farming and now start tear land now beginning and crop force reno. Or start Odia in near Bani idea in now I feel the idea way good. I feel the tear or tone. I feel almost so cautious you do your But imagine say we'll start here. Now just say when your first mover advantage, that's how make all the good profits and all the goodies are that they know at the paper. At the 7th point, I'll say you can bounce back from risk. Say, okay, take risk be now fail for whatever reason, temporal and often fixable. And yes, be a risk I'll take a hit or no. There's no way I want me ember back. But I regret sometimes who are permanent. You can't go back in time. A dear missed opportunity be our year. Go ahead, it goes forever. And baby, and there's no way I'll be near Quenya. So I try so be correct BB. And now be to me I BB a facade in home. And another reason, risk makes life interesting. And sometimes you know, hear a mom call fro a mountain. Wow, you say person call those summit to hear Mountain Everest, and wow, so a climber, we call hiking, and I'm like, why do people do this? Because I would take life for maybe you're crying, would take life for granted. But I'm like, yes, it makes life interesting. Or we walk as a roller coaster, or because skydiving. And people ask questions, why would people even get themselves involved in some of this sport and stuff? You're too risky, they can lose their lives, they can get injured. With them. But people find it interesting because the daily stuff it makes life boring. And when that happens, people also want to try stuff, and that is what risk does. It makes life interesting. And regret makes it heavy because risk carries excitement, energy, and challenge. So, okay, can I do this? Let me give it a try. But regrets carry a dull lake and lingering what ifs. And it's a I said, climb the mountain. What if me try? and I may call Mountain Everest. Now it could blow me all the time. No, we get into that cycle, and it will just keep happening until we don't do anything, and later come to complain. So that is what risk. It makes life very interesting, and regret will definitely make it heavy, and it will continue to play this cycle of what ifs. And another reason is risk aligned with faith. Imagine whether in business, relationship, creativity, taking a risk often means believing in something greater. It could be your vision, your purpose, your values, or your future. This person will be who say, ade a me me wo gidie wom na me ye. To me say juma na me bi a ebekɔ yie. Say relationship be business be na me ye. Say me take risk from different angles because me wo gidie wom no. It helps and it aligns with that faith. Sometimes it'll be too to me who are they and you keep asking your questions. How did they even have the mind? See the no nya GDS at the way me yeah be and how they way me yeah be nice. But they do it and it turns out to be so nice, so good. But I tried severally, but back where pick here, work here, and it becomes fantastic. But regret what stems from fear winning the argument, fear from winning the argument. And regret the piano, it aligns with fear. Most people are living their fears. And because of that, we are so full of regret. I say, I wish I had done this. I wish I'd do this. And because we don't even have faith in whatever we are trying, whatever we want to do, we turn out not to do it and later regret in life, which is not something I want us to do. Did there be a name? Show me maybe one question. Are you living your fears or you are taking risk and living life? You are making life interesting. So that's something I would like to know your point, or I would like to know your feedback in the comment section. And the last point, at the end of life, people regret inactions more than failure. To her say, a month will be ayana the oman no you do who you change the year you failure. Okay, my try, at least I tried. Me try my failure. I've known one or two things. To me, be ma, me say failure and I'll not do it again. But usually, the young who you differ to be all winning now be say, so when you're quenya, say be a younger being, and now age away, what do you regret? Most of ma because I know say me time mommy family. I feel no be say money wasn't everything. Life wasn't all about chasing money. Also, we need time for the health. So we have to start reflecting on some of these things to help us know the kind of risk and the kind of things we should stop wasting our lives on. Say, be able to chase car the expense of your health. We chase material things at the expense of your family. These are some of the reasons why it is always better to take risk than to regret. This is what we discussed, and the 10 reasons no, and I have a boss no. And the last one is at the end of life, we all regret the inactions more than the failure. And risk always aligns with our faith. Risk makes life interesting. And once you take risk and you fail, you have the potential or possibility to also bounce back because you learn from those failures. And risk opens great doors. So please take some risk. And like my brother said, the biggest risk in life is not taking any risk. Take some risk, live life, enjoy life. And if you take risk, you control the risk. The risk doesn't control you, but regret rather controls you. And risk can lead to rewards. Open your business. Open getting into a relationship. Open your PP. A calculated risk might bring success. The breakthrough be NCDA and a beba. And it helps you also to be courageous, but build your confidence and our resilience. And risk can also help you learn a lot about yourself, about other people, about systems, about timing, judgments, and so many things. And risk also stretches you a chum, a bow mountain. So, anyway, dear, also mission ye. So, you fail, crana, you learn and you grow. So, a hanebre, a bema quine, ye did a net, you may dear no. Let's see, I have a Hope for Life radio. Victory! You say the sky is the limit. Also, for Barimaba Kodua and the Metana say a minimum heading comoy. Yankopon ensure BBA when you acquire any age money. About 8-3. That's my story. Meaning said that's a name Yankopon Bessa idea one for fee. As long as I can. Or the other call you must so. As I dear Basum, your mama bonnie Bianca. Victory! That's my story. Obia, Onya Quenya near the Jumain. So they make Yankopon and Shram. I'll be so I'll be Yaquenya her video later. Yankopon and Shram. So what being Trebi was in Bisa or contribution will be via my main comment section. Yankopon and Shram will be na did you my dear no see her. The annual scene I want to make can be ma. I leave you with God. With the Yame Ejao on show so. Now what you said, yes, share. Yes, I just come up you. Makramo. Bye bye. Victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember. I've been a hustling. Victory, that's my story. Cause I never surrender as long as I can remember. I've been a hustling. Victory, that's my story.